Yo, what's going on, everybody? You're watching Knicks Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green. Not yet at the studio today, with a little bit of a later day because the Knicks tip off tonight. But I wanted to get you guys an update, as we do have one surrounding Julius Randle and his shoulder. Make sure you are subscribed, though, because no matter where we are, no matter what we're doing, we're going to get you guys a video as soon as possible when Knicks news or rumors or roster moves come out. This comes from Adrian Wojnarowski. As testing continues on Knicks All-Star power forward Julius Randle's right shoulder, indications are optimistic that his absence will be measured in weeks and not months. Although the evaluation isn't fully completed, there's hope that Randle can avoid a surgical procedure and return after missing several weeks, not months. The All-Star break in mid-February creates a 10-day gap. It's also helpful that Randle is a left-handed player. Obviously, he hurt his right shoulder in the game this weekend against the Miami Heat, drove to the basket. There was some contact in air. Jaime Jaquez kind of slid in to take a charge. He fell down hard on that right shoulder, did not return in the game. And we've been waiting for quite some time since that moment for an injury update to come out. We do know that he dislocated that right shoulder, but here is the update from Woj. Although the evaluation isn't fully completed, there's hope that Randle can avoid a surgical procedure and return after missing several weeks, not months. And right now, there's never a good time to be injured if you are an NBA player, but with the All-Star break coming up around the corner, you get an extra 10 days off because of that. This is probably the best time for it to happen. I don't love that Woj said there's hope that Randle can avoid a surgical procedure. That tells me that has at least been talked about. That tells me that there are some people, whether that be the doctors of the Knicks, doctors of individual people, Randle's agent, or whoever it may be, that there has at least been some sort of conversation about Julius having surgery. And I would assume if he did have surgery, his season would most likely be done. And I'm sure Julius is kind of not wanting to have surgery. He went through the same song and dance last year with the ankle injury. Hurt his ankle, came back after about 2 weeks, got rolling in the playoffs, and then once the playoffs was over, he had to get surgery on that. So he knows what it takes to play through injury. Julius is a guy that never likes to miss games. Randle is one of the most durable players in the NBA. He's has only missed 28 games since his rookie season. He also has a $1.3 million bonus for playing in 65-plus games, and if New York makes the playoffs. So there's definitely some financial incentive for Randle to get back, but man, this is a blow for the New York Knicks. The Knicks were looking like one of the best teams, if not the best team in the NBA throughout the month of January. You just beat the Denver Nuggets by 40 points. You just absolutely dominated the Miami Heat. They didn't look like a team that deserved to be on the same floor as you. And then down the stretch of that game, Julius Randle gets hurt. This is unfortunate, but it's a part of sports, right? Injuries are a part of the game, and Julius is a guy that I know is going to do everything it takes to get back in time and really cut that time out in half. He doesn't want to miss games. He wants to play basketball, and he's going to do, I know, whatever it takes to get back in the saddle and start playing for the blue and orange again. I do want everyone watching this video, though, no matter how you feel about Randle, no matter if you want to trade him or what, we all know how important he is to this basketball team. Let's just all drop a 30 in the comments for Julius. Type his jersey number down below. Let's wish him well. Let's hope he can get out there, because this team is not nearly as good as they want to be if Julius Randle is missing time. He has such an effect on everybody on this roster. We'll go through those numbers in a second, but first, everybody drop a 30 in the chat and make sure you are subscribed. Was out of town for a wedding this weekend, so didn't get to get you guys an update on Sunday. There really wasn't an update. It just came this morning, so I got kind of lucky with the timing there. But subscribe to the channel. We'll be live tonight. We're going to try to be live for every single game for the remainder of the season. We put out free, informative, entertaining, and passion-driven content every single day. So subscribe to Knicks Now and help us get to 50,000 subscribers. If Randle, look, he's not playing tonight. He's going to miss at least a couple of weeks. There's going to have people that step up. I have heard that Josh Hart is most likely the guy that is going to be inserted into that starting lineup, and he is expected to take on much of, if not all, the Julius Randle minutes. Thing is, he is not nearly the type of player and type of the half-court scorer that Randle is. So the Knicks are going to have to change up their offensive game plan just a little bit. That means you're going to go with Isaiah Hartenstein at the 5. I would actually say OG Anunoby is your power forward, Josh Hart at the 3, Dante DiVincenzo at the 2, and Jalen Brunson at the 1. And it's going to be a lot harder for a lot of players on this roster. I just want to go through a couple of numbers that I saw on Twitter. This comes from DJ Ace NBA. Julius Randle's gravity/impact passing. When Julius Randle is on the floor, the effective field goal percentage for Dante DiVincenzo is 65%. OG Anunoby, 64%. That is impeccable. That's about as high as you'll see of any player across the NBA that doesn't play the power forward or center position. When Randle is off the floor, Jalen Brunson shoots 51% when it comes to effective field goal percentage. Dante DiVincenzo down to 48 from 65, and OG Anunoby is down from 64 to 52. And there are a lot of different factors as to why their percentages may be going down with Randle off the floor. They're expected to take a larger role offensively. But also, the looks that they're getting are not nearly as open. We know when Randle is on the floor, the defenses want to double team him. He sometimes, as we know, will turn the ball over when double teamed. But there's also a lot of the times where he'll find the open man because of his man is double teaming him, and there's a wide open guy, and Randle has shown that he can make those passes more often than not. I actually skipped Brunson. Brunson, when Randle's on the floor, has an effective field goal percentage of 56, drops down to 51. 3-point percentage when Randle is on the floor. Jalen Brunson, 43%. Dante DiVincenzo, 44%. OG Anunoby, 43%. When Randle's off the floor, Brunson goes from 43 to 39. Dante DiVincenzo goes from 44 to 33. And OG Anunoby goes from 43 to 27. What does that tell you? They're not getting nearly the same type of shot quality and open looks that they are with Randle on the floor compared to off the floor. I'm also expecting teams that now play the Knicks with Randle out the next couple of weeks to hyper-focus on trying to slow down Jalen Brunson. Brunson really hasn't had to play a long period of time without Randle since he became a part of the New York Knicks. I know Randle missed the last 5 games of the regular season last year due to that ankle injury, but he hasn't missed time this year. He didn't miss time last year prior to that. So now's the time for number 11, Jalen Brunson, the best point guard in the Eastern Conference, top 5 point guard in the NBA, to take another step. I know that's asking a whole lot of him. He's already done better than I think almost anybody would have thought, and I was the loudest person telling everybody how good Jalen Brunson was when they signed him. He's got to go a step further. The Knicks cannot afford to rattle off 5-6 losses here. They need to stay on track. They need to still shoot for that 2 or 3 seed in the Eastern Conference, and they need to keep things going. And it's going to be a lot harder without Jalen Brunson. Before we do sign off out of here, I got to give a huge shout out to today's sponsor, PrizePicks. It's prizepicks.com/CLNS. Promo code CLNS. And get hooked up with the #1 daily fantasy sports app in North America. Put $100 in your account, and they'll match your first deposit up to $100. NBA, you can also get rolling for the final game of the NFL season as the Chiefs and the Niners square off. They've already got lineups and selections that you can make with that and a whole bunch of different fun games and specials. Check them out. PrizePicks.com/CLNS, promo code CLNS. I just want to close today's show kind of going over the rest of the schedule for the New York Knicks leading up until the NBA All-Star Game. That's kind of when I am expecting that at least the return of Julius Randle will start ramping up, right? That's when the conversation will start hitting up. You got Charlotte tonight on Monday night. That's got to be a win. I don't care if Randle plays. I don't care if Randle does not play. You should be able to beat the Charlotte Hornets. They are a bad basketball team. Then you get the Utah Jazz. So 2 games back-to-back, Monday and Tuesday. We'll be live on the channel for both of those. That should be 2-0. Last time you played Utah, you played them in Utah and you lost. It's the only game the Knicks have lost against a team at the moment of the game that was under 500 that they lost to. If you want to talk about overall records, the Knicks are 19-0 against teams under 500, but the only game they've lost to a team that was under 500 at the moment of tip-off was the Jazz. Then in February, we got Indiana. That's a tough game. That's going to be one that you're going to have a lot from a lot of other players. I'm expecting OG Anunoby to also, obviously, he's going to get more looks at the rim, going to get more shots up. but I want to see him just overall take it to another level. He's never really been the second option on a team. I don't even know if it's fair to say that he'll be the second option for the Knicks, but he's going to have an increased workload. Then you got the Lakers. That's not going to be easy at all. Memphis should be an easy game. They are scrappy. We saw how the Knicks played them, what was that, 2 weeks ago when Brunson was out. They're a scrappy bunch, no doubt about it. And you got Dallas. Dallas took it to you last time. They dominated you for 40 of the 48 minutes of the game. You cut it to 1, and you couldn't get an offensive rebound. And then you got Indiana again. That's going to be tough. Houston should be a win. Orlando will be tough. The Knicks have struggled versus Orlando this year. Philadelphia will be awfully tough. Philadelphia is the first game after the All-Star break. That is February 22nd. So the Knicks don't play from the 14th to the 22nd. That's about a month from now. Can Julius Randle be back by February 22nd, first game after the NBA trade deadline? He's not going to come back 100%. Like, there's no way he is. I'm still scared from the line from Begley and Woj that there's hope that he can avoid surgery. That does not sound good to me. As always, just want to say thank you, and I appreciate you guys. We're going to keep you up to date on everything blue and orange. So subscribe, turn the notifications on, and I'll see you tonight as the Knicks take down the Charlotte Hornets.